Hey everyone, welcome back.
Yeah.
You know, we all think about it at some point, no matter where we are in life.
That's so true.
What comes NXT?
Yeah.
Today we're diving into the freedom years.
Ooh, I like that.
Not just retirement, but these different phases.
Yes.
And like each one has its own opportunities and challenges.
Exactly.
So get ready to rethink retirement because it's not what you think.
That's right. And it's all about intentionality, you know, not just letting these years happen to you. Right. The source material we have is amazing, but it can get a bit dense.
Yeah.
So our job is to make it relevant to you.
Love it.
We'll uncover some surprising pitfalls.
Ooh, I like pitfalls.
But also some inspiring stories.
Okay.
Of people making the most of these years, even starting right now.
Okay, so let's unpack this first phase.
Okay.
Limited freedom.
Yes.
Empty nest.
The kids are gone.
Right. The house is quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
Yeah.
I remember when my youngest left for college, the silence was deafening.
It really is.
It's a mix of emotions.
Yeah.
And the book highlights this couple.
Oh, Jim and
Jill.
Jim and Jill.
Who didn't navigate it very smoothly.
That's right.
They kind of drifted apart after the kids left.
Without that shared purpose of parenting,
Yeah.
they realized they'd become almost strangers.
It's like they forgot how to be a couple.
In a way, yes.
So their story emphasizes being proactive. You know, taking stock of your strengths.
Yes, both as individuals and as a couple.
Okay, so contrast that with Eric and Emily.
Oh, I love Eric and Emily.
They saw the empty nest as this chance to reconnect.
Yes.
Rediscovering shared passions, even exploring new hobbies together.
Yeah.
It's counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But they thrived.
Absolutely.
What's their secret?
Well, the book talks about a SWOT analysis.
Okay, SWOT.
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Right.
Eric and Emily, they recognize their strengths, like their love of travel.
Okay.
And their strong communication skills.
Got it.
And they leverage those to build a new chapter.
So it's about recognizing those strengths.
Exactly.
And then using them.
Yes.
To build something new.
Right.
What are your strengths?
Yeah, think about it.
As an individual. And if you're in a relationship, your shared strengths as a couple. Because we often focus on the weaknesses.
We do. It's so easy to get caught up in the negative.
Yeah. But recognizing strengths can be a game changer.
It is.
Especially during transitions.
Yes.
Like this one.
Absolutely.
The empty nest.
Yeah.
And this limited freedom.
Limited for a reason.
Right.
You're not bound by the demands of raising kids anymore.
It's exciting.
It is.
It's a chance to revisit those dreams you put on hold.
Yes.
Explore new passions. Connect with your community in a deeper way.
That's the beauty of it.
So many possibilities.
There really are.
This leads perfectly into the next phase.
Okay.
Extended freedom.
Now we're talking.
Which is what we traditionally think of as retirement.
Right, right.
But this book flips the script.
It does.
On that whole concept.
It challenges us to see retirement not as an ending, but as a beginning.
Oh, I like that.
A time for maximum impact.
Wow.
It even delves into this idea of biblical retirement.
Yeah, that was fascinating.
It really is.
It's not about withdrawing from the world.
No.
But using your time and freedom to serve others.
To make a difference.
Exactly.
It's about purpose.
Right.
And they talk about Dr. Dan and Donna.
Oh, yeah.
Who retired to Florida.
Seeking relaxation.
But they ended up feeling lost.
And unfulfilled.
Totally.
It's like they traded one structure.
The career.
For a lack of structure.
Exactly.
And it didn't work out so well.
No, it didn't.
Then you have Peter and Ann Neufeld.
Oh, now they're inspiring.
Who also retired. But they embraced this idea of purpose-driven living.
Yes.
Peter co-founded a charity in Tanzania.
Wow.
Using his medical skills to serve those in need.
Powerful.
Their story speaks to the power of using your skills to make a difference.
Especially in this phase of life.
They really embraced extended freedom.
They did.
And think about it. You have something incredibly valuable in this phase. Time.
Yeah.
It's your most valuable asset.
And you have more of it than ever.
So start exploring now.
Yes. Don't wait.
What are you passionate about?
What skills do you have?
Volunteering, mentoring, traveling.
Even starting a small business.
The possibilities are endless.
Don't wait till you're officially retired to figure it out.
That's a great point.
The book encourages us to start experimenting now.
Test the waters.
Yes.
See what brings you joy and fulfillment.
That's it. Yeah, and it's all about uncovering those hidden passions or maybe reigniting old ones.
Right.
This whole idea of leaving a legacy. What do you want to be remembered for?
Wow. Yeah.
Are you actively building towards that now?
That's a deep question.
It is.
Makes me think about my own retirement vision.
Yeah.
Am I just picturing lazy days on a beach?
Mm-hmm.
Or is there something more I want to achieve?
It doesn't have to be grand gestures.
Okay.
Leaving a legacy can be simple things too.
Like what?
Sharing your knowledge,
Okay.
mentoring someone younger, volunteering in your community. And
Yeah.
it's about making a positive impact,
I like that.
however big or small.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
Dive into the next phase.
All right.
Helpful freedom.
Yeah, this one.
This one can be tough to talk about,
It can be a bit sensitive.
but it's so important.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the stage where we might need extra help with daily living,
Yeah.
whether it's in home care or assisted living.
You're right. It's a topic people shy away from.
Yeah.
But the reality is we all age.
We do.
And the book frames this phase not as a loss of independence,
Okay.
but as a shift in how we access support
I see.
to maintain the highest quality of life.
Right. And the contrasting stories they share
Yes.
really drive that point home.
They do.
We meet Bruno and his family,
Oh, Bruno.
who are completely unprepared for his declining health.
Yeah. No plan in place.
No conversations about his wishes
And that led to a lot of conflict
and resentment.
among his children.
Yeah, it's a heartbreaking example
It is.
of what can happen.
When we avoid these tough conversations.
And it highlights those threats
Yes.
from the SWOT analysis.
Exactly.
Without a plan, you risk not only your well-being,
But also adding stress to family relationships.
so much strain. Then there's the author's own story,
Oh, yes.
which is actually quite inspiring.
It is.
They were so proactive, detailing their wishes in a letter to their children,
Okay.
making their home more accessible as they aged,
Smart.
even downsizing their belongings.
To simplify things later on.
Yes, they really took control
They did.
and turned a potential crisis.
Into a smoother transition.
I was struck by that letter to their kids.
That letter was powerful.
It was so honest,
And vulnerable.
outlining their hopes and fears.
About this phase of life.
Such a powerful example.
Of communication.
And planning ahead.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just about logistics.
Right.
It was about emotional preparation.
For themselves and their children.
Yeah, they acknowledged the potential for conflict,
And addressed it head on.
which can be so valuable.
In protecting those family bonds.
It makes me think, what conversations am I avoiding?
That's the question.
What steps can I take now
To make this transition smoother.
for myself and my loved ones?
It's about shifting our perspective
From fear and avoidance.
to empowerment and choice.
I like that.
Helpful freedom doesn't have to mean giving up control.
Right.
It's about choosing the right support,
To maximize your quality of life.
whatever that looks like for you.
And that brings us to the final phase.
Okay.
Ultimate freedom.
This is the big one.
Let's be honest. This is one we often tiptoe around.
We do.
Death
Yeah.
and the legacy we leave behind.
It's a cultural taboo,
It is.
but the book tackles it with grace and wisdom.
And again, we see contrasting stories.
We do.
Mrs. Law's family.
I'm Mrs. Law.
They were completely caught off guard.
By her passing.
Unresolved emotions,
Yeah.
lack of preparation,
Led to conflict.
and strained relationships.
It's sad, isn't it?
It is.
On the other hand,
Yes.
we have Pearl and Safwat.
Who approached this phase with intentionality.
Yes, they did.
They had their affairs in order, communicated their wishes clearly
And they even had a celebration of life party.
while they were still alive.
I love that.
What's striking is the sense of peace
And joy.
that permeated this final chapter.
They weren't just preparing for death.
Right.
They were embracing life
fully.
right up until the very end.
Their story is a testament.
To the power of living each day with intention
Making choices
that align with your values.
and nurturing relationships that matter.
It's not just about ending well.
It's about living well.
Right up until the last breath.
And they weren't just thinking about themselves,
No, they were thinking about their loved ones.
making things easier for them,
By taking care of practical matters.
expressing their love and appreciation.
Openly and honestly.
This final phase,
Ultimate freedom.
it's not an end point
It's more like a culmination
of all the choices we make.
throughout our lives
It's reflection.
of how we've lived
We've
and
lived.
contributed to the world.
It all ties back.
To that theme of intentionality.
How are you living your life right now?
What legacy do you want to leave behind?
Are your actions today reflecting that vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
About our legacy. Not just achievements, but the impact we have.
On those around us.
Exactly. And the book talks about the spiritual aspect, too.
It's so often overlooked.
Right. Like when we talk about aging and end-of-life planning.
Yeah, it's not just practical stuff.
I was really struck by how they wove faith into the conversation.
Me too, especially about ultimate freedom.
Remember that couple, Pearl and SWOT?
Oh, yeah.
They threw a celebration of life party.
While they were still alive.
It was incredible.
Such an inspiring approach.
Right. They weren't afraid to face their mortality.
Instead, they chose to celebrate life.
Yeah.
And share their faith journey with their loved ones.
It reminds me that preparing for this phase isn't just about wills and finances.
It's so much more than that.
It's about nurturing our spiritual well-being.
Finding peace and comfort in our beliefs.
Exactly. And the book highlights some powerful Bible verses.
Oh, yes.
That offer perspective on these later years.
Like which ones?
Isaiah 46:4.
Okay.
Even to your old age and gray hairs, I am he.
Yeah.
I am he who will sustain you. I have made you, and I will carry you. I will sustain you, and I will rescue you.
That's beautiful.
It's so comforting.
Reminding us we're not alone.
In this journey.
No matter what challenges we face.
There's a higher power walking with us.
Every step of the way.
And then there's 2 Corinthians 4:16-17.
Okay.
Therefore, we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all.
Wow, that speaks to the resilience of the human spirit.
Doesn't it?
Even as our bodies age.
Our inner selves can keep growing.
And finding strength.
These verses offer hope and purpose.
Especially as we navigate these later stages.
One story that stuck with me was about the author having a conversation with a colleague.
Oh yeah, what was his name?
George.
George, okay.
It was about faith and eternity.
A simple conversation, but so powerful.
It highlighted the power of sharing our beliefs.
Implanting seeds of hope.
In everyday interactions.
It's a good reminder that our legacy isn't just grand gestures.
It's the small acts of kindness.
The conversations we have.
The love we share.
Living a life that reflects our values.
And inspires others to do the same.
It's like ripples in a pond.
Oh, yeah.
Even the smallest action can have a far-reaching impact.
And that impact.
That's what defines our legacy.
Well, there you have it, folks.
That's a wrap.
Our deep dive into the freedom years has come to an end.
It's been quite a journey.
We explored the unique challenges and opportunities of each phase.
From the empty nest to those final years.
And the key takeaway for me,
yes,
is that these years are not something to be feared.
Or endured.
They're a gift.
A chance to redefine what matters most.
To live intentionally.
And to leave a legacy of love.
An impact on the world.
It's about embracing the freedom that comes with each stage.
Using it to pursue our passions.
Nurture our relationships.
And make a difference.
In the lives of others.
So grab a notebook.
Start sketching out your vision.
For your freedom years.
And remember, you're not alone.
There's a whole community out there.
Ready to support and inspire you.
Every step of the way.
Until next time.
Keep exploring.
Keep learning.
And keep diving deep.